here's what I got hooked up for the welder on old grain. I got a new belt that's a little thinner, so it fits a little bit better. Bracket is all still the same. I'm going to clean it up and paint it after all this, but now right here, this is a relay, and it is hooked to the field. It's coming off the other alternator. Fusible link over on the other side, so there's no danger of it shorting out and destroying everything, but I do need to keep it away from it anyway. Okay, you got one leg of the coil. See that you can see on this, maybe, yeah, on this relay you've got the coil on these two, and you got the actual switch right here. The switch comes from that alternator over to this field. So whenever you kick this relay in, turns the field on. Okay, and then you've got one leg of the coil running to the ground, and then the other one running back that way. One under, coming back up, and it is strapped to this. I don't have anything taped up yet so you can see what I did. Okay, this is low current because this just triggers the relay is all it does, so it doesn't have to be no huge plug. But I wanted to be able to unplug it, so actually these will still work for jumper cables too. They're not just for welding. I can actually use them for jumper cables. Okay, that wire goes down the jumper cable all the way down to here, and on here I have a horn button. As you can see, those wires just go into there, so when you push the horn button it triggers the relay and gets you ready to weld. Now eventually I don't know, see, I'd kind of like to have it where I can run the welder without the hood open, but for right now it'll work fine. But eventually I may put a throttle, something similar to the choke. I really don't want to unhook my choke, because if I ever do need to use it, I want to be able to. I may put it down here where I can just pull. I've got the cable and everything, but I don't know, I may not even do that. I may just use it the way it is, but I can use that little cam out here to speed it up, and I can adjust the speed. I was going to put a solenoid on here to open the throttle or close the throttle a little bit, but see, I need it adjustable, because if I have it too far it's just going to burn through stuff. So when I want to weld, I want to be able to adjust the welding intensity with the cam. Well, that's on the back, but you get the idea. But that is what I've got. I guess I could show it in action. Like, for example, I've got this piece of metal, a brace from Lumina. That's what I used actually to make the bracket, or part of the bracket for the alternator, or for the welder, the welder alternator, or alternator welder, whatever you call it. And let's say, for some crazy reason, we need this pipe welded to this piece. Find something to put the phone in. I don't have my tripod out here. Okay, here we go. As you can see, without the button pressed, you don't get nothing. Then you press the button. And you find out you don't know how to weld. Okay. Besides the fact that I've about forgot how to stick weld, this piece, get off of there, is strong. And it is most definitely, if I can get on it, welded together. Now I blew it out there, and I was trying to fill in, because I'm used to that MIG welder. I could fill in like a gap like this right here. I could fill in pretty easy, but with that stick it just blows it out. I guess maybe I had the engine turning too fast. Welded it on that end, and let's go hit it on the rock, see if it breaks. We happen to have a rock right here. It ain't gonna break. So I guess it's not perfect, but if you need two pieces of metal stuck together and you're out somewhere away from a welder, right there will do it. And I like this button right here, because if you keep that field engaged all the time, I can hear the relay clicking. If you keep that field engaged all the time, that welder will get hot, or that alternator will get hot. And you really don't want that. This new belt seems like it'll work pretty good. Seems like it fits a lot better than that other one did. See, that other one was riding on top of the pulley, so it wouldn't actually, I mean, it was sitting up too high on here, and it kept flying off. I'd rev it up every now and then, and I'd hear it ping, it'd come up and hit the fan. But right now I've got it where to weld. I think I'm just going to put everything back together, and I'll use it like that. I do have a little pull throttle thing, but I don't think I'm going to fool with that. I'll just reach back there. See, I don't have to take the breather off to get to this little cam, which I showed you before. This little cam right here, I don't have to take the breather off. I just have to take the breather off to show on video. But as you can see, when it comes around, it pushes right here. You can see it pushes that throttle open just a little bit, and the farther you go, the faster the engine turns. So for something thin, I'll learn it, but for something thin, I'll have to learn where to put it. But I think that's going to do it for now. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.